Good morning. Today we're out in Clayton, New Mexico at the Clayton Cemetery. As we're driving through town, I thought I'd stop by and look up some of these names of people who want some photographs of their headstones. Apparently nobody comes out this way very much because there's like 120 plus requests. But we're gonna go see what we can find. I just grabbed a few names, see if we have some luck. And there's also a famous outlaw out here, or infamous outlaw. Let me show you where he's at, because he's right where you can find him pretty quick. Okay, here's the grave of Thomas Blackjack Ketchum. He's infamous outlaw, and here's what his headstone says. And how his audit stands, who knows save heaven. And then it says, Tom and brother Sam chose the outlaw trail and paid the ultimate price. Sam was shot by a posse and is buried in Santa Fe. Tom was hung in Clayton and is buried here. And just for some interesting facts, he's used to ride with the Hole in the Wall gang with Butch Cassidy and also the Wild Bunch. So they were out here, and he actually ended up getting caught in a shootout and was wounded pretty badly, so they captured him, nursed him back to health, but they had to amputate his right arm. And then after he was well enough to stay on trial, then they found him guilty and then they hung him. The only problem is no one has been hung in this territory before, and no one was good at it, and so they kind of botched it, and the rope was too long, and when they hung him, he snapped too far down and his head popped off. So he didn't have a very good ending to his life. So let that be a lesson. Stay away from the outlaw life. Anyway, let's go out here and see if we can find a few other names, and we'll let you know what we find. An interesting little headstone. I guess it's of two children. Well, no, one's an infant. The other one is a minister, looks like, but it's got a couple of lambs. This is actually quite a large cemetery out here. A little larger than I thought it was going to be. Maybe a little difficult to find what we want. Here's another one with their grave covered in seashells. This looks like one I'm looking for. Yes, Everett and Anna Elkin. Let's see, Anna Elkin, 1872 to 1942, and Everett Elkin, 1869 to 1952. Okay, well that's cool. So I found one. Let me go ahead and photograph this one and let the family know. Here's an interesting one I haven't seen before. It's got logs stacked up. I don't know if it's a Woodman of the World or not, but it doesn't have it, so Must just be that's pretty interesting. Let's see what we have over here. This is an older one with flowers on it. I think that's a lily. I can't really tell here. Oh, it's got the New Jerusalem on it. Oh, it's got the Mason symbol on it. In my Father's house are many mansions. That's pretty cool. There's a couple over here. Here's one with the, whoops, there we go. Got the Book of Life on top, got the gates of heaven open, and you got the dove with the olive branch in it. These are sunbursts. Here's a Woodman's of the World tree trunk one. I think I may have found another one here. Let's see. I'm looking for Robert Isaacs. There's one right here. Robert Isaacs, 1931 to 2001. Or 2021. Okay, that's the one we're looking for. It has some stones that some people have been here looking. Has the Oddfellows symbol over here on the little thing. Yeah, let me take a picture of this. They wanted, I think they wanted an updated photo with the dates on it. Here's a couple of headstones. Has the large palm leaf across it. Over here's one too, which has one draped across it, palm leaf, and those signify victory. It kind of comes from in the Bible where Jesus enters triumphantly at Easter time, and they put down the Easter and the palm leaves as he rides into town. Here's one that's well, it's Father Bean, but they have the poppies in the corners. And the poppies are really popular, and they're one of the most common flowers you see on headstones because it represents eternal sleep. Well, I found a couple we were looking for, but this is actually quite a large cemetery, bigger than I was expecting. And I think this is going to be it for the day. So hope you enjoyed your little detour in New Mexico, and join me at the next one. Who knows where I'll be. Oh, and like and subscribe too, don't forget.